Yes, my people, welcome back to another video. We are finally back recording this series again. Now for you, we were just here yesterday playing against Feyenoord in the Champions League. For me, that was a week ago. Okay, that was 8 days ago. I've been away over Christmas in Spain, and I made sure that I pre-recorded videos up until yesterday so that when I come back, the day after I'm back, I can record again, and the video that goes up will be live recorded on that day. So I haven't played this in a while. Obviously, I've played it today to get up to the point we are at now, but it's been a week since I last played the game. So, yeah, just wanted to make that point clear. Now, I obviously said we would be back for the Champions League, and I believe I said the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg against City. We are definitely back for Napoli at home today because, as you can see, we sit 6th in the table with one game left to play, only a point above 9th, with 5th place as our opposition. So, a win guarantees us qualification for the round of 16. A loss, and then it becomes a bit, chances are we might not get through. So this is a massive, massive game. Now, I believe I'm going to play against Chelsea away, and there is reason for that. So, last time we were here, we played against Feyenoord and Arsenal. We have played quite a lot of games since then. We have played against Forest, and we won 5-1. Alexander Isak and Federico Chiesa both getting a brace each, with Chouameni scoring the 5th. Now, the reason I'm not going to play the Carabao Cup second leg is because we beat Man City 5-1 in the first leg. So I feel like that game's a bit pointless. And then we can do a live com for the Carabao Cup final as maybe like a little bonus episode, depending on when that is in ties to games around it. Maybe we could do a Carabao Cup and FA Cup episode. I'm not sure. So we won 5-1 in this game. Wirtz, Isak, Salah, Chiesa and Ekitike getting on the score sheet. We then beat Preston 5-1 in the FA Cup third round with a heavily rotated team as Jones and McAllister grabbed themselves a goal each and Federico Chiesa getting himself a hat-trick. We then beat Everton 4-1 in the Merseyside derby at home, an own goal from Mario Martin, McAllister, Gomez and Alexander Isak, and then Jake O'Brien grabbing himself a consolation goal. We then beat Brentford 4-1, Mo Salah grabbing himself a brace, Alexis McAllister and Alexander Isak, McAllister scoring at both ends of the pitch in this one. We then played against Ominar, I think they're Cypriot. Are they Cypriot? They are Cypriot. They've got Stefan Jovetic, actually. And we won this game 6-0 with Florian Wirtz getting himself a hat-trick, Alexander Isak, Alexis McAllister and Ryan Gravenberch rounding off the score sheet. And then we lost, unfortunately, to Tottenham away. Kulusevski, Aslani getting himself a brace, and Milos Kerkez getting himself a consolation goal. So, today, we face Napoli and Chelsea. As you can see, we've got Reading in the FA Cup fourth round. So, depending on when the Carabao Cup final is, we might be doing that and another game in as like a double live com. Now, because we're doing a double live com today, I'm not going to show you any of the goals because I'm conscious of time. But what I will show you, if I can actually find where it is I'll show you how we are doing. So, Community Shield, we obviously lost. That's not relevant. You've obviously seen how we're doing in this, and you've seen that we beat Preston and we have Reading in the next round. I've obviously shown you the Champions League, so it's just the Premier League. Now, as you can see, we sit 9 points clear of Chelsea. So Chelsea are second, so that's why I'm doing the Chelsea live com instead of the City one. And yeah, we find ourselves in a decent spot there. Just a quick update for scorers and how people are playing. Florian Wirtz is our top goal scorer and best player for this season, having an absolutely unbelievable year. Mo Salah with 19 goals, 8 assists, 27 goal involvements in 31 starts. That's good for Salah. Much better than obviously how he was last year. Alexander Isak scoring 19, getting back into the form a little bit now, with Hugo Ekitike with 9 in 10 starts. Federico Chiesa coming off the bench with some good performances, 12 goal involvements for him. Rio Engamoa developing nicely out on loan at Birmingham, doing alright in the Championship. Kirkes with 15 goal involvements. And as you can see, Conor Bradley with 17. So Conor Bradley and Kirkes both having really good starts to the season, which is obviously reminding everybody of Trent and Andy Robertson. So the lineup for today as we play Napoli at home. We have gone with Diogo Costa in goal, Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk and Kirkes rounding off the defence. Szoboszlai, Gravenberch and McAllister, the ever-present in midfield, with Salah on the right, Wirtz in the 10 and Alexander Isak leading the line. Injuries, Alisson is injured again. Curtis Jones is out with the flu, so misses out on the bench. And that is all from me. Let's get in to see how Napoli line up and get in to the final Champions League game of the league phase. Hopefully, we can get a win and qualify ourselves through to the round of 16. And here we have it then. The lineup we face today against Napoli. Alex Mere, an ex-legend of Football Manager for me. Di Lorenzo right back with Rami, Buengiano and Gutierrez rounding off the defence. Anguissa, ex-Fulham, with ex-Man United man Scott McTominay round off the midfield with Noah Lang on the right, Leandro Trossard on the left, and the Manchester United duo of Kevin De Bruyne and Rasmus Højlund leading the line. This is going to be a big game. Hopefully, we can get ourselves qualified to the round of 16. Here we have it. It's confirmation of the Società Sportiva Calcio Napoli lineup. Find ourselves 5th and 6th. Winner guarantees himself through to the round of 16. As here comes the Champions League music. As the boys lead us out. Oh shit, wait, hang on. I was on 2D Classic while I played on the flight. There we go. As Højlund gets us underway. I do love 2D Classic. Sometimes I just like playing 2D Classic sometimes, just to see it from a different perspective. Because I saw a tweet and someone said, "Is this the greatest Football Manager goal ever?" And it was in 2D Classic. And just like watching the movement, I was just like, oh, I miss playing 2D Classic. Because my old laptop never used to run 3D highlights, so I was like, I always used to play 2D, and then yeah, as not much is happening. And here is the first highlight of the game as Noah Lang finds Conor Bradley at the back post. Salah heads away as well, and it falls to Alexander Isak. Alexander Isak trying to break through, but he is on his own. Can he just hold the ball up? He does nicely as Gravenberch with his white leggings on finds Wirtz. The two players with white leggings link up as Florian Wirtz continues his excellent season and fires Liverpool into a 1-0 lead. As Gravenberch finds Wirtz brilliantly in the box. It's a first time strike past Alex Mere. It's a brilliant goal, and that puts us 1-0 up. And if we look at the league table, it puts us 4th, which is good enough to qualify straight through to the round of 16. There's Mere now. Clears long, but only as far as Van Dijk, who finds Kirkes with a brilliant run. Kirkes, what can he do with it? Beats Di Lorenzo and pulls it back, and Florian Wirtz gets his 2nd of the game. Florian Wirtz, absolutely terrific season, and he is showing it brilliantly here today as Kirkes beats Di Lorenzo with ease. It's brilliant by Kirkes. He pulls it back and Wirtz is not going to miss from there, and we find ourselves 2-0 up in this affair. Gutierrez goes to Trossard. Napoli just trying to get something going here as Højlund, only far to Van Dijk though. As Diogo Costa now finds McAllister, who finds Wirtz, the man of the moment, and he beats Di Lorenzo brilliantly. Florian Wirtz surging with confidence, cuts inside, and Alexander Isak heads over, but you have to wonder, was that going to bend its way into the corner? You never know. As Napoli here, as Real Madrid find themselves 2-0 up against Marseille, Noah Lang finds Gutierrez. Scott McTominay now goes to Di Lorenzo, who gives it away poorly to Alexander Isak. Isak beats his man brilliantly, but it's held by Mere. Not a great strike, but good pressing from Alexander Isak there to create the chance. As Mere now. Napoli not really doing anything here, as Madrid now find themselves 3-0 up. As Gutierrez goes into, as Salah dispossesses well. Salah finds Conor Bradley. Dispossessed by Trossard, but then wins the ball back brilliantly. Bradley now finds Salah, who plays a great ball over the top to Isak, who chests it down. And it's just off the post. It's a great ball from Mohamed Salah. As Napoli trying to bring the ball out from the back here. Di Lorenzo goes back to Lang, but Kerkez wins the ball back well. Szoboszlai now plays a great ball through to Kerkez, who finds Florian Wirtz. Konate finds Szoboszlai. Florian Wirtz wanting that hat-trick. It's McAllister now. McAllister puts it just over. Liverpool bombarding the Napoli defence here. There's Mere now. Napoli just trying to get away from the Liverpool pressure. Di Lorenzo finds Noah Lang again. Back to Di Lorenzo. Napoli keeping the ball well here. There's Noah Lang now. Finds Anguissa. Back to Di Lorenzo. These three playing triangles with each other here. There's Scott McTominay. As Napoli open up and play a good switch out, but Kerkez wins it and it's out for a throw-in. Not really sure why we needed to watch all of that. Not really sure that's a key highlight. As Di Lorenzo now finds De Bruyne. Finds Anguissa. Di Lorenzo finds Noah Lang. Napoli having a really good spell of possession here as Florian Wirtz wins the tackle. It's out for a Napoli throw. Now, I have to ask the question, was that a key highlight? We just watched Di Lorenzo and Noah Lang play the ball back to each other over and over again. They've got 70% possession probably because of that. As we come in to the break, 2-0 up, we find ourselves in fourth. Napoli just holding on for the top 8 as things stands at the minute. As Alexander Isak gets us underway for the second half. Liverpool absolutely cruising at the minute as Di Lorenzo tackles Kerkez with ease there. As I wouldn't mind a second half just floating by, just to guarantee ourselves qualification for the round of 16. As it is doing just that as we approach the hour mark, as Napoli with the ball at the back yet again. As Van Dijk now picks the ball up and finds Gravenberch, who made the first goal. Kerkez made the second, finds Wirtz, who scored both the goals. Florian Wirtz, can he create one of his own, or will he opt to score? And he cuts inside and fires it into the roof of the net. It's an absolutely brilliant goal from Florian Wirtz, and it's an even better performance as that goal seals his hat-trick. Wirtz has it all to do here, but he cuts inside and goes past Di Lorenzo, or Ferrari, and fires. It's an absolutely brilliant goal. Milos Kerkez getting his second assist of the game, but you have to say, sometimes assists aren't really assists, and that is a perfect case of it, as Salah plays a great ball over the top to Bradley, who finds Szoboszlai, who then finds Salah in the box. It's a good tackle though by the Napoli defender as it's headed down to Szoboszlai, who finds Isak, who finds Wirtz, and Salah makes it 4 for Liverpool. Florian Wirtz, the hat-trick man, turns provider, and it's an absolutely brilliant Liverpool goal. As Salah down to Szoboszlai, into Isak, great turn into Wirtz, into Salah, and it's a great finish by Mo Salah. Liverpool looking like they could go on and win the Champions League here with a performance like this, with Florian Wirtz playing in this way. You have to say. As we can now bring some players off just to rest them for the Chelsea game, as there is no reason to force people to play here, as Florian Wirtz departs the match as a hat-trick hero. Ekitike can come on and get a runabout. Jeremy Frimpong can get some energy into his legs as well as we approach the final 15 minutes of this game. As into the final 10 minutes now. Alexis McAllister with the corner. And it's a good ball, only as far as Chiesa. Chiesa cutting in, finds McAllister at the back post. McAllister lays it back to Frimpong. And McAllister, it's a brilliant deflection for him, but he taps it home to make it 5. It's a good delivery by McAllister, and it falls to Chiesa. Chiesa plays a really nice cross to the back post for McAllister. You have to say, could he have hit that first time? But he goes back to Frimpong. Frimpong tries an effort of his own, and it just drops to McAllister, and he's not going to miss a header from there. And he makes it 5. It's an absolutely brilliant Liverpool performance here. Limited Napoli to only 2 shots, with us having 30 of our own, as we're into the final 2 minutes of this one. And it's all over. Liverpool, and mainly Florian Wirtz, has run Napoli absolutely ragged here today, with us guaranteeing ourselves qualification for the Champions League round of 16, which is absolutely brilliant and exactly what we wanted. And I will see all of you for the lineup we are going to choose to face Chelsea away in the Premier League. Okay then, my people, here we have it for the second live com of today. Now, this win will put us 12 points clear of Chelsea, and you'd think that would wrap up the Premier League title in January, which would be absolutely brilliant. And the lineup we have selected to go for it today is an unchanged 11, minus the goalkeeper, as Alisson is now back. So we've got Alisson in goal. Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk and Kerkez round off the defence. Kerkez absolutely brilliant this year, same as Bradley. Szoboszlai, Gravenberch and McAllister in midfield. Salah on the right, the hat-trick hero and the man of the moment, Florian Wirtz in the 10, with Alexander Isak leading the line. Hopefully we can get ourselves 3 points, because we actually do struggle in the Premier League live comms, which you think is a bit weird, seeing as the fact we have won the Premier League last year comfortably, and we also won it the year before. As the Chelsea 11 then today, with only one change for them as well, with Kolo Muani coming in for Vitor Roque. And they have gone Robert Sanchez, Reece James, Fofana, Levi Colwill and Cucurella in defence, with Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo in midfield. Cole Palmer on the right, João Pedro in the 10, Garnacho on the left and Kolo Muani leading the line, with Vitor Roque dropping to the bench. Hopefully we can get ourselves the win. Interesting, Cucurella's got a Spain kit on there. As that's the Liverpool lineup we have gone for. As you can see, we find ourselves 9 points clear of Chelsea, as the boys get ready to lead us out. I always have to watch this, I just love it. Hopefully I can install the stadium pack that is going around at the minute and get it working to make the game look even better. As Kolo Muani gets us underway for this one. Heavy rain in Chelsea, in London. But hopefully that will not deter us from getting 3 points. Not much happening here in the first 15 minutes of this one. Same as you could say as the Napoli game though. We went on to win 5-0. Although we are now 20 minutes into this game and still nothing has happened. I will say though, what do I do if we play this whole game and there isn't a single highlight? I can't post a video like that, surely. Although it is looking like that could be a possibility, as we are now approaching the end of the first half and we haven't had a single highlight. This is weird. There's no way, surely. As we have our first highlight at the end of the first half, as Salah tries to find Isak. Isak just running away from the ball completely. As Levi Colwell now finds Caicedo. Isak dispossesses and finds Wirtz. Florian Wirtz driving through. Finds Mo Salah. And he's just caught offside there. But at least we had one highlight in the first half, which is just amazing. As Alexander Isak gets us underway. And I'm just happy to be able to watch the game. I am going to go attacking because I feel like we haven't really created anything. Go demand more as well. Hopefully that will do something to cause a spark in this game, because this might be the most boring game anybody has ever posted on YouTube so far, with absolutely nothing happening. Not quite sure how Sanchez has a 7.1, but we haven't registered a shot on target yet. But there's absolutely nothing is going on. We have had one highlight in the whole game. As I'm going to bring Salah and Isak both off to just try and get something going. I'm going to bring Szoboszlai further forward. Just to try and... Szoboszlai having a good game? Not really. Bring Guerra on. No, we won't. Yeah, we will, because I'm not bringing Thing on. Because he's a fucking defensive midfielder. As here we go, second highlight of the game. As Kolo Muani breaks free with it, has a lot of Liverpool players around him. Goes back to João Pedro. João Pedro also isolated, but plays a really good ball through to Kolo Muani, who dinks Alisson. And you have to say, how have Chelsea scored there? They've created that out of nothing, as there is a massive gap in here. And Kolo Muani, it is a brilliant finish from Kolo Muani. There's a great ball through from Pedro. And Chelsea, they find themselves 1-0 up in this one. We have done absolutely nothing all game. Right, is that why? Is that why it did? Is that why we were so open at the back there? This is the most boring game I've ever played. As Van Dijk now finally getting some level of highlights. As Van Dijk goes back to Alisson. Plays a good switch out to Frimpong. Frimpong finds Chiesa. It's a great touch from Chiesa. Driving through, finds Ekitike. And it's a good finish from Ekitike, but I think he might be offside. VAR are checking it, and it is confirmed that Hugo Ekitike did just make his run a little bit too early. But it is a good sign with Chiesa breaking through like that. And yeah, just made the run a little bit too early. So we are into the final 10 minutes now. As Tchouaméni picks the ball up. Frimpong driving at Caicedo, but it's a good tackle by Caicedo. Van Dijk now into Kerkez. Goes to McAllister. Vert's not really got the ball much, but finds Kerkez now. It's a good ball in. And there's no VAR check necessary this time, as Federico Chiesa grabs an equaliser for Liverpool with 10 minutes still to go here. As Verts, he plays a good ball through to Kerkez. And Kerkez, like he's done all year, it's a brilliant delivery. And Chiesa, he's not missing from there. It's a good Liverpool goal. As we're into the final 5 minutes of normal time here, can we grab ourselves a winner? As Robert Sanchez now playing out from the back. Can we win this ball back? As Verts goes out to Presses James. But Chelsea get out really well as Palmer plays a great switch through to Pedro, who finds Kolo Muani. And it's an absolutely brilliant save by Alisson. Into final 4 minutes here now. It's been a lacklustre game. But the top two in the Premier League find themselves level as we remain 9 points clear of Chelsea. And it's good that we didn't lose. But that was quite a boring game. And quite a short game as well, I feel. But nevertheless, that is the end of that one. A win and a draw. You take it. I feel like it takes so long to get out the games on, like with this UI. Now, where will we pick up next time? The Carabao Cup final will be here somewhere. So I think we will join. You will join me next time for the Carabao Cup final against Newcastle or Leeds, but it looks like it will probably be Newcastle. So if you're excited for that video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see from me in the future. I hope you all had a good Christmas. Today, this video is going out on New Year's Eve, so I hope you all have a good New Year tonight. Stay safe out there, and I will see you all tomorrow, or potentially tonight, for a bonus episode of the Carabao Cup, or tomorrow. I will see you very soon. Peace.